Zaštita osobnih podataka, a s tim povezano pravo na privatnost, propisano je Ustavom Republike Hrvatske, a posve je jasno da je to područje od posebnog interesa na europskoj i globalnoj sceni. U području zaštite osobnih podataka 2017. godina bila je godina velikih i intenzivnih priprema u svezi nadolazeće primjene nove cjelovite reforme pravila za zaštitu osobnih podataka, a 25. svibanj 2018. za sve države članice Europske unije, pa tako i za Republiku Hrvatsku, datum je od posebnog značaja. Slijedi potpuna primjena novih pravila o zaštiti podataka.
The following is an introduction to how EU citizens' rights to data privacy will increase. The GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation, has been made by the European Union to protect EU citizens' rights to their data privacy. The GDPR ensures that your personal data is yours and will limit companies, organisations and EU member states from handling and accessing your personal data. This doesn't mean there are limits to what you can do with your own data. The GDPR will be officially enforced on the 25th of May 2018, and from this day on, all of your data will belong to you and you only. Personal data is all data about you, including digital data that they can use to identify you. This type of data can be collected through email services, information, and content from various accounts on online platforms, such as insurance information, your online behaviour, telephone number and activity on your phone, physical and health information, names, credit card number, etc. Basically, it's everything there is to know about your digital life. The handling of your personal data should be done lawfully, fairly and transparent to you. As a point of departure, you have to consent to every form of processing your data. Appropriate safeguards must be put in place to protect your data from being misused and to protect your data privacy. So who is in charge? With the GDPR, we need to become familiar with the terms controller, processor, and data protection officer. Controller is any entity who decides how and what data needs to be collected and handled. The processor is the entity that may handle your data on behalf of the controller. To ensure proper safeguards are put in place and that data isn't mishandled, a data protection officer will oversee and monitor the controller's and processor's activities. Your personal data is protected by the GDPR if you are residing in the EU, regardless of the handling taking place in the EU or not. The GDPR also protects you regardless of a requirement for payment or not, even in the case of activities related to offerings of goods and services. If a controller not established in the European Union handles your data, then this member state law still applies. Information about the data processing has to be given through an easily understandable text outlining every single purpose of the data. Basically, terms and conditions will be restructured from legal text into readable text, making sure that your consent can be withdrawn as easily as it was given. Furthermore, your right to data privacy is protected by default and by design. So, you would like to have a profile on a social media platform, and this platform lets you upload pictures and other personal data. Here, the GDPR ensures simple and understandable information about terms and conditions. Any app has to be designed to protect your personal information, as well as to ask only for data that is strictly necessary for the purpose of the app. The social media platform can, therefore, no longer use or have the rights to your personal data without your consent. To sum up, the GDPR secures EU citizens the right to protection of their personal data, as well as defining where it applies and ensuring that your personal data shall be protected and handled rightfully.
Jasno je da je GDPR, odnosno Opća uredba Europske unije o zaštiti pojedinca u vezi s obradom osobnih podataka i o slobodnom kretanju takvih podataka, kompleksan skup pravila koji donosi mnoge novosti i mijenja način rada i rukovanja s osobnim podacima pojedinca, jer privatnost svake osobe mora biti zaštićena, pri čemu je neizbježno važna senzibilizacija građana. A nije na odmet spomenuti i činjenicu da će nepridržavanje odredbi nove opće uredbe za posljedicu imati vrlo visoke kazne za prekršitelje.
Well, the sanctions, I think, are high enough to...
Are they?
It's 4% of annual turnover or 10 million euro. And or more than that in some special cases of breach.
Način praktične primjene GDPR-a zaista postaje fokus interesa građana Europske unije u pogledu mnoštva različitih pitanja i dvojbi.
Ricardo asks, how do you want to protect people, data and privacy, and at the same time protect the people from terrorism or criminals?
This is a big priority for all of us working both in the data protection field, but especially in security and criminal justice field. Fight against terrorism must not stay in the 20th century, because the terrorists and the criminals are already in the 21st century. They are using all the technological possibilities and achievements, and we have to be quicker than them. And that's why, of course, we need to open the possibilities for law enforcement authorities to get the data. The people should be aware of what's happening. It should not create some new level of paranoia in some part of our society which have the concerns about the protection of their privacy. I would like to give the message that we do our best to keep that their necessary balance.
Prema smjernicama Europske komisije, nadležna državna tijela Republike Hrvatske intenzivno rade na uskladbi paketa novih pravila o zaštiti osobnih podataka. Implementacija zakonodavstva, senzibilizacija javnosti, mnoštvo provedenih edukacija, savjetovanja, kampanja, izrađenih publikacija i aplikacija, angažiranih promotora prava na privatnost, sve su to aktivnosti opsežnih priprema za nadolazeće razdoblje. A posebna pozornost posvećena je zaštiti podataka najvulnerabilnijih skupina. U tome ključnu ulogu ima sustavna prevencija i edukacija. Kako u doba modernih tehnologija zaštititi prava djece na privatnost i spriječiti sve oblike najtežih zlouporaba. Neupitno je da je svijet modernih tehnologija svijet nadolazećih generacija i zato je jasno da je odgovornost odraslih osigurati i zaštititi prava djece u tom virtualnom, a za njih sve više stvarnom svijetu.
Evo, mi smo krenuli snimati, vi možete polako početi, dajte si vremena. Evo, izvolite. Dakle, zbog svoje kćeri, ali i zbog druge djece, odlučila sam javno ispričati svim roditeljima što se dogodilo s mojim kćerkom. Kao roditelj osjećam da sam podbacila i imam grižnju savjesti. I krivnju. Jer nisam na vrijeme primijetila što se događa. Klasična priča, previše posla, premalo kod kuće, prezauzeta. Ali sad kad pogledam unazad, doista mogu reći da se moja Tina promijenila. Ona ima 13,5 godina. Inače, potpuno normalno, veselo dijete. Ali je postala nekako čudna. Užasno puno vremena je u sobi za tim kompjuterom i zapravo je postala distancirana. Kad sam shvatila što se događa, već je naravno bilo prekasno.
A kako je to sve počelo?
A počelo je s tim online razgovorima, sa online prijateljima. Tina je dala tim online prijateljima svoje informacije, svoje osobne podatke, pristup svojim fotografijama. A zapravo se radilo o odraslim ljudima. Nisu bili vršnjaci. Su bili odrasli ljudi koji su je očito poznavali od prije. I koji su je iskoristili. Ne samo da im je dala svoje osobne podatke, svoje fotografije, svoje selfije, nego nagovorili su je da preko te web kamere snima i intimne dijelove svog tijela.
A kako je Tina sad?
Loše. Loše. Kako bi bila? Sva ta djeca u školi, ti njezini prijatelji. Ismijavaju ju, izbjegavaju. Sve se to vrlo brzo našlo na tim njihovim društvenim mrežama, na internetu. Svi se znaju, razumijete. Jedina mi je satisfakcija to što ih je policija otkrila.
Radi se o slučaju elektroničkog nasilja pod nazivom grooming, odnosno to je proces tijekom kojeg se djecu mami i s njima manipulira nastojeći izgraditi odnos nakon kojeg slijedi seksualno zlostavljanje. Sve su to pojavni oblici elektroničkog nasilja putem modernih tehnologija koji su prisutni u svijetu, pa tako i kod nas. Žrtve su, nažalost, najčešće djeca i mladi. Roditelji, zaštitite svoje dijete. Pronađite vrijeme za razgovor s djetetom o stranicama koje posjećuje na internetu, njegovim online prijateljima i saznajte kako su te prijatelje upoznali.
Šta radiš ti tu? Ban! Izađi van i ostavi me već jednom na miru!
Digitalni svijet i digitalna transformacija neće nikoga zaobići. Moderno doba donosi zasigurno nove izazove i prilike. A prilagoditi se novom tehnološkom razvoju zahtjeva stalnu nadogradnju znanja kako bismo se mogli uhvatiti u koštac s mogućim cyber prijetnjama.
Technology has already added so much to our everyday lives. We can connect with our friends and family, shop, and even work from home and on the move. Things that were unthinkable 10 years ago. In the next few years, things are going to change even more. We'll be able to connect with each other and technology like never before. Welcome to the year 2020, where the day is just about to begin. Meet Kineko. Wearing visual display glasses is now totally normal. Everybody Kineko's age is doing it. Her display interacts and targets her interests and needs. She can choose what she wants to see and what she doesn't. Kineko finds tools like this really convenient and useful. Now she's checking in with her granddad. Felix is 94, lives on his own, and is one of many people who now benefit from technology-assisted living. Kineko can keep an eye on him without feeling like she's interfering. All sorts of medical information are readily available, including his location. Despite the clear benefits of using these technologies, Kineko sometimes has concerns. What happens if someone hacks into her granddad's medical devices, or the big data centers, or her shopping list? Personalized advertising is another part of everyday life in 2020, one which Kineko loves. She especially likes the fact that no one else sees what she's into. Sometimes, however, she wonders if she's missing out on trying new things, although she can still pop into an offline shop to have a look. Made it. There's no getting lost in 2020. Let's give Kiniko a little time to figure out what she wants. Even though she has a detailed shopping list on her display, you and I know that you don't always stick to your list. In 2020, there are also new ways of making money. Kiniko sells data about her interests, behavior, and even moods, which are then used to develop commercial products advertising. Not everyone feels comfortable about this. Since Kiniko had her bank account hacked a couple of years ago, she's become a lot more security savvy. She also pays a special company to protect her and her granddad from identity theft. Kiniko runs a business designing children's toys with a group of friends. They manage the whole business in the cloud. It's not full-time, but these days, that seems to be the trend. Kiniko is still hard at work, but this time she's on her barter network, where she and other users can trade their skills and knowledge. She's trading her guitar skills for technical help with her designs. Kiniko's been busy. Now all the data she generates is being used to create a match on the new dating service she signed up for. Kiniko's story is one of millions for 2020. Millions like yours and mine. How will you use technology in your everyday life, and how will you stay safe doing it? It's totally up to you.
U današnjem svijetu naše postupanje s osobnim podacima u velikoj mjeri određuje osobnu sigurnost i ekonomsku budućnost. Privatnost svake osobe mora biti zaštićena. Ojačana pravila Europske unije o zaštiti podataka 25. svibnja 2018. postaju naša stvarnost. Stvarnost i prilika da odgovorimo na rizike modernoga doba.